Hey there, fellow defenders of Alice Springs. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Infection Free Zone, Episode 3, Fighting the Hordes. So in terms of food, we don't have any supplied grain right now. So our cookhouse has some grain in stock. It has 2 to be able to make meals out of. But pretty soon we're just going to simply be out of grain. Meaning that our scavenging teams, at some point soon, will have to prioritize scavenging food, because I'm not producing enough food to supply my own people yet.
Roger. Waiting orders.
I mean, that will change in time, but not yet.
Receiving. Waiting orders. People spotted. Armed and dangerous.
I don't see them.
Going there. Ready for action.
And because I'm low on fuel, I'm having boutmen hit some of the garages around here that might have fuel.
Building clear. Reporting. Receiving.
We are out of resources.
And that out of grain means that my cookhouse isn't doing anything right now. So I'm going to reduce the people working the cookhouse by 2, and instead put them to work in the field.
Search done.
Wrap it up, folks. Time to call it a day.
Roger.
The antenna is about 60% done.
Operator. Operator.
And Boutman's group has been hitting these high priority fuel spots with great efficiency. So I have a whole bunch of fuel to bring home.
Reporting. Waiting orders. Receiving.
While Bloody Death has been scavenging the library, but it's a huge building, so it takes a while.
There's nothing left.
Oh, there it is. It got cold again. Alright, what do you guys want me to vote? What do you want to research after this? You can hold left shift to queue these up, but I'm just going to do them one at a time. So, for Tools Factory, we could do advanced workshops subsequently, which gives us the ability to make housing. Might be a little early for proper housing, though. Masonry. Masonry is kind of important. It allows you to make the highest tier walls, but they're really expensive to build, and also to build a structure from scratch. But structures from scratch are very expensive to build. Or metalworks, which allows us to make plate armor, which is the best defensive armor that you can have. But my 2 cents, it's better to be defended by a building than have to rely on armor. The only time you have to rely on armor is if you have to clear a building out that has enemies dug in, and then it's really helpful to use plate armor. So that's what's new in the construction tab. And it looks like you guys want food. Yeah, that would have been my choice. Queuing up food research. So, I'll start improving farming as soon as I can. I'm gonna send Boutmen back. They don't have a full vehicle. I might as well send them back. And I think what I'm gonna do in this case is have the Boutmen squad drop the plate armor and give it to the Dead Squall squad. So the Dead Squall squad has the best armor. For better or for worse, your squads will automatically equip armor, and it can be really annoying if you want your scavengers not to wear heavy armor. The best way to do it is to give them protectors instead, but as long as there's armor, no gear equipped, they'll like auto-equip armor, which means that they equip the best possible, and that can be really annoying. Is it time for a 4th scav squad? Maybe once the antenna's done, but I'm going to wait for now. So here's the plate armor that I'm physically dropping. And what I can do for Boutman Squad is to head to where they get protection, or protectors. And then for Dead Squall, giving them the plate armor. So now they have AKs and plate armor, ready to defend the base.
Reporting. Ready for action. Ready for action. No more to find. Let's do it.
Alright, we got 2 new protectors, and here, the Botman squad did level up. So they got Shoplifter, Scavenger speed increased. All of them got Shoplifter except for the leader, Holly. It's also worth noting that the person randomly assigned in the first slot will also level up their driving. So as you can see, she is 36 out of 100 driving XP, whereas none of the others have been driving. You can split squads. So if you want to change your driver, you can physically split and change your driver. Or split and have fewer than 4 people in a squad, or whatever you want to do. But I usually just keep them as 4. 4-person squads tend to be able to deal with hordes effectively, whereas fewer than 4, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. Alright, Bloody Death. We have 24 textbooks, which is quite a lot. So, let's go get you guys more protectors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my scavenger squads all in protector gear, so that they have at least a little bit of defense if they have to fight.
Reporting.
And the leader, of course, does have an AK, which makes a bit of a difference.
Operator. Ready for action.
How many people? We have 59 people, and 45 of them live in the shelter. So I could also try to set up a second shelter, which wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea. A lot of the buildings around me are really large.
We're running out of resources.
Maybe these 2 buildings as shelters, instead of some of the massive ones that would take a very long time to actually build.
Reporting. Reporting. Waiting orders. There's nothing left.
Nice. So everybody in the Bloody Death squad now has protectors, which offers them a little bit of defense if they get ganked. And let's have them go for weapons now.
Let's do it.
And the Batman squad is probably going to get even more protectors and then be able to bring that home
Waiting orders.
to the home team. Because my home team
Waiting orders.
has 2 have plate armor and the other 2 have nothing.
Horde spotted. Receiving. Reporting. Reporting.
Yep, here's some spare protectors.
Why'd that sleep on
Raiders spotted.
work?
Ooh, a lot of raiders. Okay, Batman squad. I'm going to have you cut your losses and head home because there's a horde of raiders
On my way.
here, and I don't really want you to have your van shot up.
Operator.
And it looks like the Bloody Death squad hit jackpot because there's a lot of weapons in this police facility. In fact, there's riot gear. Riot gear, medicine, shotguns, assault rifles.
They'll definitely come in handy. Now we'll be able to give first aid to the wounded. But if we want to heal people more efficiently, we'll need to build a med bay.
A med base sounds like a good idea.
Ready
We'll
for
think of
action.
that.
Operator. On my way.
Alright, Batman squad. Let's have you go for weapons as well. There's a police station down there. Hit that up.
Let's do it. Going there. On my way. We're on the move. On my way. We're on the move. Enemy group approaching.
Yep, there's a... oh boy.
Operator.
Detour.
Roger.
Whole bunch of armed raiders around.
We're on the move. We're on the move. Let's do it.
Just constantly steering around them. And the antenna is done.
Chief, the antenna is now operational. Let's broadcast an invitation as a test. Or just call the squads back to HQ.
So the way the antenna
Okay.
works
Let's start broadcasting.
is you can click on the antenna, or click push to talk down here. And if you want all the squads to return home for whatever reason, you can hit all squads return home, which is the same as like pausing, going to each squad and hitting K. It's basically, come home, we need you. The other one is to invite. So invite will encourage random neutral, often neutral, survivors around to come join you. So we'll hit invite.
All survivors, this is an infection-free zone. We provide food and shelter, safety and security. Join us.
There we go. All right. You guys wanted farming, so let's queue that up. And I am going to, current priority, build a tool workshop. And more housing. I shouldn't even call it housing, it's really shelters. Houses are different. But in order to get the housing that I've queued up, we're going to need more wood. So I'm going to fire everyone that was currently working in... we have 6 free workers. Where do... Oh. I don't have a big labor... Oh, no, they're already cutting down trees. So we have 17 people cutting down trees. And once we have a little bit more wood supply, we'll put that towards building the housing and then eventually the tool workshop.
Operator, ready for action. Ready for action.
Oh my god. That police station... Woo! It was full.
Ready for action. Ready for action. Hostiles inbound.
We have to go for a return trip.
Going there.
So here's a case where we could drop it off to any warehouse.
Let's do it.
So it's also worth mentioning that you don't have to just base up where you start. It's entirely possible to build headquarters elsewhere and then build up the infrastructure around it to have multiple bases. In the scope of this specific series, I'm just going to have the one, though. I'm not going to have multiple.
Operator.
Alright, changing gear. Let's give AK and shotgun. So now my defenders have 3 AKs and a shotgun.
Going there.
Reload that bad boy.
Going there.
And they're ready to, you know,
Ready for action.
ready to slay.
Receiving. Ready for action.
Nice. Now, another thing I could do for them
Receiving.
during the day is I'm going to put them in a car, and we had a lot of raiders around, so I'm going to have them go deal with some raiders and other hostiles that we find to give them more combat experience.
Let's do it.
Because we've had a lot of marauders, and, well, 3 AKs and a shotgun, I'm pretty ready to murder some marauders. And in this case, it would be wise to
Roger.
give the squad the smallest, lightest vehicle possible, like a sports car or coupe or something like that, because they don't really need a lot of trunk space, so the movement speed of the vehicle's far more of the important factor. So I think there was a lot of raiders around here, so let's go to this neighborhood and
Going there.
scope it.
Receiving. On my way.
Bloody Death finished. So let's have him grab tools from that,
Let's do
whatever
it.
this is.
On my way. Waiting orders.
And Boutman just finished. Feels pretty good. Weapons, maybe armor. So if we could find a museum for more plate armor. Or alternatively, I'm going to have him prioritize farming supplies.
Roger.
Oh, no, let's get some medicine. I only have 3 meds, so I'll have him hit this hospital here for meds. Good use of his time.
Operator.
Found another car to the east.
Armed and dangerous.
Construction ready.
Oh, here we go.
Building complete.
So, in order to spare the car from damage, I'm going to hole up in the closest building. And as you can see, these raiders got smoked. No problem. So having, like, one group of basically armed militia, I find really helpful, because they will they'll get combat ability upgrades like sharpshooter with your 50% more accuracy rather than like scavenger stuff.
Reporting. Receiving. Reporting. We're on the move. Going there.
And I'll just have them patrol. I am being warned that I'm low on food.
Ready for action.
So what I may want to do is have my scavenger squads pack it up and head for food areas so they don't have any food scarcity worries. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Receiving. Going there. Let's do it.
And that's that warning here. I only have 2 days of food, so grabbing some cans would be good. I have solutions in the works, of course, right? Because we have 8 farm fields, and I'm going to transition 4 more workers to work in the cookhouse so we get more cooking going, because I'm starting to get a supply of grain.
Receiving. Receiving.
Can you optimize scavenger squads by reassigning people? Yes, you could. Yeah.
Reporting. Reporting. Roger.
So it's about, the day is going to be over in a minute. And we now have 57 wood. Some of the wood is being processed from cooking. So not all the wood can be used for construction. But now that everyone's winding down for the day, I'm going to prioritize the smaller of the 2 shelters, because it will be built faster, to be built tomorrow so that everyone has a home outside of the HQ.
Ready for action.
And because it's nighttime, I'm going to send my defender squad back to stay at home.
We're on the move. Roger. We're on the move. Receiving. Let's do it. We're on the move. Sir, we found some trails. Looks like a few cars passed through here recently. But what's more curious, one of the vehicles must have had tracks instead of tires. Maybe it was some kind of bulldozer or a tank, maybe.
Roger that. Be careful.
Receiving.
Alright, Boutman is just about full of food and supplies.
Reporting.
Bloody Death, you still have a little bit more room. So Bloody Death,
Roger.
we'll hit up some restaurants.
Operating orders.
But Boutman I'm going to send home because he's got, like, van's basically full. There's 1 slot left, so it doesn't really make sense to stay out.
Clear. On my way. Reporting. On my way. Infected incoming.
It is a clear night tonight, so there won't be any roaming infected.
Reporting.
Meaning there's no threat for our scavengers to stay out. So I intend for them to stay out.
Ready for action.
And the last 2 in the Dead Squad will be able to get riot gear. Being brought home by Bloody
Operator.
Death.
Reporting. Receiving.
So you'll see my food supplies get up there. Yep. And the food warning
Operator.
scarcity disappeared.
We're on the move. Operator. We're on the move. Roger.
So I'm going to send Boutman and Bloody Death out to Coles and Target. 'Cause that should be a lot of food.
Roger. Operator.
And now the Dead Squad is like ready to deal with just about anything. They're crazy armed.
Receiving. We're on the move. Reporting. Let's do it.
People spotted. Armed and dangerous.
Oh. Good luck. You are so dead. Yeah, that's why I have a combat squad. Because, well, you want to flub around and find out.
Reporting.
3 dudes with AKs pointed out the window, and someone comes rolling up going, oh yeah, I'm gonna go attack them. No, you're not. No. It's not gonna work out.
Reporting. Clear.
Morning, everybody. Time to earn your living.
Roger. Ready for action.
Alright, so the shelter's getting built. Let's go ahead and plan for the tool workshop. So the tool factory. Maybe this building? And we are going to need more timber for that.
Waiting orders. Building clear.
Oh, here's a neutral group, hypothetically, that will make contact with us in just a second, and then we can invite them in.
On my way. Roger. Reporting.
And in fact, because it's daytime, I can just have Dead Squall make contact with them.
Research complete.
And farming research is now done. What do you guys want next? So here are the choices. If we go with the farming, I would likely go towards fertilization techniques, so we can start to use fertilizers. And that would be the newest option of the bunch. So in terms of medicine, it would be the med tents. For communications, weather forecast. For chemistry, it would be, well, chemistry. For arms, it would be pistol production. For construction, it would be probably advanced masonry. For food, I would go fertilization techniques. And for infection, I would go early diagnostics. Have you guys vote on that in just a sec.
Sir, we've encountered...
Send them in.
Alright, Dead Squall, you are gonna go patrol. I think there was a horde down here, so go find that horde. They're just spoiling for a fight.
Receiving.
That is the largest subway I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. It's a 11,000 square yard subway. I love it.
Ready for action. Let's do it.
Yo, dog, I heard you want food. We got mile longs here. And the new guys that just joined us, I'm going to have start to build the tool factory. Ooh, Dead Squall, you found someone? Oh, you found raiders. Sorry, raiders. Yeah. Alright, looks like you guys want infection, so let's do early diagnosis. And food was a close second, so I'll queue up food thereafter.
Ready for action. Receiving. Receiving.
Raiders spotted.
Ooh, more raiders, and they're armed with guns. Probably best if I try to hole up in an adjacent building,
There.
like this,
We're on the move.
and using the walls of the building to my advantage. And there we go.
We're on the move.
Got another group of raiders dead, and we can loot their gun and ammo.
We're on the move. We're on the move. Roger.
I think I'm gonna have Bloody Death or Dead Squall's squad go back home, and I am going to do something a little weird. I'm gonna create another squad, but I am going to pare the squad down to just a single member, just to show you something weird.
Waiting orders.
So here's the new squad, Squad 5. I'm going to call it Temp. I'm not actually going to use them. I am going to split their squad. So it's just a dude with a pistol.
Operator.
Squad 6 is going to disband. And Squad 5
Orders.
is going to go requisition the car. Wasn't there... It's probably the wrong time of day for him to do it, as it's too close to nightfall. So I'm going to have him just chill in this building for now. But tomorrow I'm going to send him out to go grab a vehicle. just as a loner.
Waiting orders. Reporting. Operator.
Yeah, I'm surprised that people wanted to mess with me, considering that, yeah, essentially I was an arm, I was a sedan, I more or less looked like a technical, you know, like with just amazing amount of guns pointed out the windows, and like they still wanted to mess with me. Their death, I guess. So right now I'm more or less bottlenecked by the lack of workers, I would say. I have a lot of people farming grain too. That's just because we very inefficiently feed ourselves, so it's kind of important to have a lot of people farming. But that will change once fertilization techniques gets researched,
Search done.
which allows you to almost double your yield. All right, search done, huh? So here's our other shelter, and now everyone should be housed. This can house 28, and this can house 45, so that's enough for entire population. Perfect. I'm going to stop building the other shelter and instead issue all the people that were working on that to cut down trees.
Receiving. Reporting. Reporting.
Oh, you're done.
On my way.
Raiders spotted.
Raiders, really? Bloody dead squall. Go, go, go.
On my way.
Work's done.
If I drive a car split, can I drive 2 cars home? Yes, I could do it that way too. Maybe with nightfall coming, I probably won't do that right now. But dead squall could do that as well. I just wanted to send one dude out instead.
We're under attack.
Where was that other vehicle? Way out here? That's pretty far. Oh, there's 2 of them. He could be our vehicle fetcher.
Reporting. Ready for action. Waiting orders. Ready for action.
Ooh, it's a Horde night.
Waiting orders. Roger. Receiving.
I am sending my 2 away teams home.
On my way.
Now, in the case that you're facing overwhelming numbers,
Chief, did you hear that? There must be hundreds of them. I have a bad feeling about this.
let's get ready.
Okay.
So in the
Get ready
case
to
that
defend
you are
the zone.
facing overwhelming numbers, one thing that you can do is temporarily draft a bunch more people to squads. So I have 21 guns, right? I have 3 shotguns and 18 pistols. So I could just, let's say, reduce the amount of people working on scavenging to 0 and create a bunch of temporary squads out of them, right?
Ready for action.
So here's 1 group, 2 group. So and right now I'm at my squad max because of my HQ. If I wanted more squads than the 6 that I currently have, I would have to build squad quarters elsewhere that would increase the amount of total squads that I have. What I did in this case is I do at least have
Receiving.
a bunch of temporary squad members, and then I can also have temp come back home and replenish his numbers up to a full 4. And this is just to be able to deal with the
We're on the move.
horde that's coming in potentially.
Receiving. Reporting. Let's do it. Reporting. Waiting orders. Receiving. Receiving. Roger. Receiving.
So because of the horde,
Reporting.
there we go. Temp's now replenished.
Roger.
I have all of the buildings that we currently own manned and ready to go. The only other reason to use the wooden towers, I would say, is in the case that you've maxed out your squads but you still want more defenders. Because these don't count as squads. So technically they can get manned with like civilians that won't earn experience like a normal squad member will, but they at least offer some defense.
Another one incoming.
And generally when you get hordes, they all come from one direction. So once you identify the direction that the Horde's coming, you know, okay, they're coming from the south here. Which is awesome, because Dead Squall is ready.
Let's do it.
This war won't hold much longer.
Now, there is the case where we, like, run out of ammo,
Going there.
because I don't have a warehouse nearby, but I think this Horde is... They're dead. They got... I over-prepared, which, honestly, better over than under. They got smoked.
My way.
So I'm going to have all 3 of my squads return to HQ.
Waiting orders.
I'm going to disband Squad 7.
On my
I'm
way.
going to
Receiving.
disband everyone in temp except for
Let's do it.
the one dude that I want as a runner. And also disband Squad 6, wherever 6 is, or 8.
Reporting.
There we go. Horde Night. Not a big deal, because I drafted a whole bunch of people. Bloody Death. It looks like we need research, so get out to that research.
Receiving.
Boutman. We are actually okay on food right now, so maybe go to that museum. Where was it? Or actually get tools.
On my way. We're on the move.
Dead Squall's on defense. And then the temp group is going to split. 3 of them going to get disbanded.
Operator. Operator.
And temp, the badass that he is going to go out
Roger.
to pick up a vehicle. The tower is still manned, so it is. Hey, I'll actually leave the handguns in there. Because handguns aren't like a precious resource for me anyway.
Waiting orders. Reporting. Receiving.
Oh man, aren't you supposed to be going down here to tools?
We're on the move.
There we go.
Reporting. Ready for action.
Oh, Boutman's leader needs a better weapon. Copy that.
Receiving. Reporting. Waiting orders. Reporting. Ready for action.
So this dude is pretty vulnerable. But I just wanted to do something weirder with my squads.
There's nothing left.
There's no tools there. Okay. Then
Going there.
go for meds.
Waiting orders.
Oh, actually, you know what? Go for this restaurant that has armor for some
On
reason.
my way. Roger. Ready for action. Operator, there are some infected around here. Waiting orders. Roger. Roger. Receiving. Ready for action. Ready for action.
Not bad, not bad.
Ready for action.
And it's just about daybreak. And Temp hasn't found anyone hostile, so he should be able to make it back home, no problem.
Chief, you won't guess what happened. The very first child has been born in our zone. As much as it fills people with hope and joy, it is also a huge responsibility. We need a place where our kids will grow and learn.
We'll build a kindergarten. Let's raise kids the best we can.
Boss, it's been a rough night. Something must have made the infected extremely bloodthirsty. If more and more come, our chances of survival will be really low.
We shall prevail.
We'll get over this. We have to.
Ready for action.
We're all
Because
that's
honestly,
left of
that fight
humanity.
was like a nothing burger.
Nothing left.
It was easy.
Going there.
Yeah, we got 2 plate armor from that restaurant.
Reporting. Ready for action. Ready for action.
I'm all about that. So, we're not really self-sufficient in terms of food, but we do have a lot of farming going on, and we're turning that food into meals. So we're working on it, for sure. The tool factory rather, is slowly getting constructed. Not quickly, but sure enough, it'll happen too. Now, I haven't really talked about excursions. So what these are is you, and in my case, it's a lot of knowledge. You can take your vehicles and exit the tile to go see what else is around. I'm going to wait until the tutorial pushes me to do it, because we're not quite there yet. But you are not restricted to the resources you have on your current map tile. You can go elsewhere. So in my case, like there's food here, fuel here, books in this section, and so on and so forth.
Waiting orders. Waiting orders.
Hey Temp, let's hope they're not hostile, because they're armed, and
Waiting orders.
that's going to be a rough time.
Sir, we've encountered a group of people willing to join us.
Oh, good. They're not going to shoot at me.
Send them in.
Operator. Receiving. Operator.
So Operation Go Get a Car worked beautifully.
Operator. Waiting orders. Reporting. Operator. Vehicle taken over.
And now he's Captain Wheelman. I just want to show like different weird ways to do it.
We're on the
It's not to say it's the most efficient. Obviously having a squad of 2 and splitting would be better, but if it works, it works.
going there.
And we'll drop the car off
Going
here
there.
near the farm.
Going there.
So I think the next thing I want to scavenge is to try to trigger food for farming. Which, I don't see a lot of around here.
Going there.
I might be able to trigger it off of this, like, tool place.
Reporting.
There's a chance.
Receiving. On my way. Ready for action.
Alright, Tim,
Ready for action.
ditch the car and go disband. So now we have a sedan, you know, parked here, and it also allows you to, like, move vehicles around if you want to move vehicles to wherever is most convenient for you. But, yep, just wanted to demo that. Let's go ahead and actually form a new squad in earnest. So, raffle timer's up again. I'm going to pull 4 people from the demo job. And these are going to be another group of scavengers. Oh, look, it's the temp dude again. He got, just by chance,
We're on the move.
got, it's not actually the same person. It's like the same portrait. I'm going to have him pick up that car. And we'll have him start scavenging as well. And in this case, I think what I want to do is just to scavenge, like, the local area,
Let's do it.
rather than to go to specific points of interest. Just so it's more automated and less micromanagement for me.
Reporting. Waiting orders. Receiving.
So you're not really squad 4, or 10, you're squad 4. Soon to be named something else.
Roger. Receiving. Ready for action. Sir, we've
Send them in.
We're on the move.
So, scavenge neighborhood to unlock for the barn. That's what I'm hoping to unlock, so that we can start, you know, keeping animals and ranching for food.
Receiving.
And that's kind of what Squad 4 is doing. They're scavenging the neighborhood for sure.
Building clear.
And I also just picked up a whole lot of medicine from the hospital here.
On my way.
And we'll bring this back to base,
We're on the move. On my way.
delivering it, and that should be pretty good too. Maxu, thank you for the resub.
Going there. Operator.
Thank you for tuning in to Infection Free Zone, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors.